So Karen, first of all, give us a quick intro to Matterkind. You guys launched in May. You're relatively new. It's an evolution, I know, of Cadreon, but give us a quick overview on the mission of Matterkind.
Sure. So Matterkind's mission is to bring conscious marketing to the marketplace. And what that means is leveraging data and tech to deliver a truly audience-centric experience. Audience-centric, meaning, targeting specific audiences cross-channel, but audience-centric also thinking about the user experience and treating them with respect by managing frequency, managing messaging across channels. So you're creating this consistent user experience regardless of where you reach the consumer.
So tell us about identity and the focus on first-party data, and a little bit about how you guys leverage that.
So how we leverage first-party data at Matterkind. So we have a proprietary set of tools which enable us to first and foremost create audiences, addressable audiences, so not proxies, people, and then find those audiences across any digital addressable media platform, and drive performance and results by creating a feedback loop, a fast feedback loop that enables us to see how that performance is delivering against specific audiences and optimizing in real time. So identity becomes core to that, and so it's really at the center of what we do at Matterkind.
So tell us about the buyer interest in what you're offering, and how much of it is an education, how much of it is a sale. You're involved with business development. What's the understanding of what you do, and sort of the appetite for it, and sort of the funnel for you guys?
There's a huge opportunity or huge appetite for identity right now for quite a few reasons. First and foremost, the degradation of the cookie, which is, at the top of everybody's mind. How do you handle that? How do you prepare for that? Secondly, a lot of brands recognize that they are they enjoy access to a lot of valuable first-party data, and there's a lot more regulations coming to the marketplace as as brands recognize that, as first-party data is being leveraged more broadly. And so they need to get smarter about how they're identifying their consumer, and more importantly, how they're regulating the use of their first party data. So it's top of mind for a lot of our partners. And I think right now there's a lot of brands that are thinking about how to approach the identity space. So there's anywhere from creating an enterprise identity graph for a brand, so you have that single source of truth that is specific to your brand, that can then connect into a lot of the marketplaces, the addressable marketplaces that are being created in the ecosystem, all the way to just simply creating a data strategy so that you can understand, have a consistent approach to identity for measurement and performance as we start to navigate this new environment.
And how has consumer sentiment changed? And of course, there are a lot of concerns about privacy, and then maybe people don't care that much about privacy, but yet you need to function differently, and the consumer experience is going to change. How will the consumer experience and expectations sort of change in this new world?
Great question. So, I think with all of the regulations that are being put into place, and the requirement to alert users to the use of their data, obviously there's a lot more awareness around the use of data, the use of your personal data. So as a result, consumers are aware that their data is being leveraged, and their expectations on the value exchange for that data are growing. And so they recognize that this needs to be a value exchange that they're comfortable with. If they're going to share their personal information, they want to be able to get something valuable in exchange. So from a consumer expectation standpoint, that's it. It's growing, and it's only going to keep growing as we progress in this space. From a consumer experience standpoint, hopefully, what is happening, and this is what we're working with a lot of brands around, especially as they start to resolve their approach to identity and their application of data. They need to be improving that consumer experience by having a clear understanding of the consumers that they're reaching, and being able to speak with them consistently, deliver a positive consumer experience, customer experience across all channels and on their site.
Kadrian and Matterkind and your team have been sort of at the forefront for years around addressable media, which means a lot of different things. We've been covering mostly addressable TV, but I wanted to ask sort of how you see the future and the prospects of broader addressability and what that might mean and the value of that.
Okay. Perfect. Great question. So yeah, addressability is about one-to-one marketing. So reaching a specific individual regardless of channel. And that's where we're trying to go. That's where we're going with Matterkind and a lot of the proprietary technology that we're putting into place. It's the ability to really focus on reaching that customer regardless of channel. So not a channel-centric strategy or approach to marketing. It's really an audience-centric approach to marketing. And it's easy to say, it's not as easy to do. Creating that reality takes a lot of foundational work, for one. It's putting all of your data elements into place, whether it's just organizing your first-party data or creating that identity graph for your brand. And then it's translating that into the digital space, and then making sure that you're approaching your media in such a way that you're really focused on reaching the audience wherever they are and finding them where they are, rather than really focusing on that channel specific strategy and almost bifurcating or fragmenting your buy. So it's a true audience centric approach.